So before we get to the video, I just wanted to stop by and say thank you to everybody who entered my 1K subscribers giveaway. I really appreciate you guys. And I know some of you guys are like, what? A giveaway? I don't remember a giveaway. I know you probably don't because I didn't announce it. So if you watched my video on last Sunday and got almost to the end, then I announced the giveaway. So I want to thank it was 6 people that watched my video to the end last Sunday. I really appreciate you guys. So though I reached 1K on subscribers, I really love building a true, authentic community that literally sits here and watch my videos. Why? Because when I'm watching my bookish friends videos, I am watching them to the end. So I just wanted to come and show you guys my appreciation for sitting here and watching my videos to the very end. I really, really love you guys and I really, really appreciate you guys. And it was 6 people who entered the giveaway. However, 1 lives outside the US, so I was not able to enter them into the giveaway. I've already reached out to them via email. However, I do have the 5 names here, and we are going to spin this wheel on my iPad. So I'm going to go ahead and tap. Congratulations, Crystal. I really, really appreciate you. So congratulations, Crystal. I really, really appreciate you. By the time you see this video, you would have already gotten a notification and you would have already received a notification from Amazon because I'm gifting you something from your Amazon gift wish list. So thank you again to everybody that entered the giveaway and watched my video to the last little minute. And I think that's how I'm going to be doing future giveaways. And I love to do them in secret. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. I hardly ever DNF a book. So if I DNF a book, the book had to be trash. Hey, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Brandy, and in today's video we're going to talk about some of the books that I've DNF'd and one book that I gave a very, 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 very low rating because I completed the book. Let's get into it. If you know anything about my rating scale, anything under a 3-star is typically a DNF. It is typically a DNF, and when I DNF a book, I really don't log it. We don't talk about it anymore. Who is she? I don't know her.
With us.
So she's not on the team at all?
Correct.
And she won't be back this season?
Correct.
What book are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know about that one. Like, we don't talk about those books anymore. But today, we're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about my first lowest rating book this year. And the only reason why I rated this book is because I completed the book. I wasted my time on the book. The entire book to the very last page, to the epilogue, and to the acknowledgments, and to the Q&A that the author had, because I was trying to figure out why. Why did she write this book? And that goes to Penelope Douglas, the birthday girl. So, when I seen the title of this book, I automatically thought, wow, that'd be cute for a birthday picture, a birthday bookish picture. I have no clue what the synopsis is about. I don't know who Penelope Douglas is. I don't know what type of books she writes, but the cover, let's get it because of the cover. So I'm reading a book and I realized it is a girl's birthday. It's her birthday and she turned 19. She has a boyfriend, and her boyfriend is having problems. Her and her boyfriend breaks up, and then she starts sleeping with the boyfriend's dad. She's 19, sleeping with her boyfriend's dad. And I'm like, oh, heck no. Like, this cannot be what I picked up. This cannot be what I'm reading. So I continued reading this book because I wanted to see how it was going to play out. Mind you, this was my first book by her. My only book by her. This author is not for me. She's not for me. After doing some research, I found out she writes those, what do you call these books? I forget the type of books you would consider this book. I forget what you would consider this type of book. It's not normal. She usually has the age gap relationships. She usually has the love triangles. She usually has the family members on family members. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And I wanted to finish this book because I wanted to see how it was going to end. And it ended terribly. And I wanted to see why she wrote this book, which is why I read the Q&A. And you guys, she said she thought her audience would love this. And at that very point is when I realized I was not her audience. I gave this book a 2-star. I think it was a 2 or a 2.5. And I think I gave it a 2.5 because I was intrigued enough to finish the book. But the book was not for me. And this book was just awful. It was so awful. And people rave about the smut. What they loved about this book is the smut. And I'm just like, yeah, I like smut in my books too. But can we get 2 adults to be smutty? Why does one have to be 19? And his dad was, what, 36? Why does that have to be okay? Why are we promoting that? So yes, I gave this book a 2.5 stars. I don't even know why I really have it. I think the reason why I have it is because I'm making a stack of books that I want to give away. And when I give the books away, I want to give out a nice hefty stack. But like I said, I barely DNF books, and I have yet to really come across a book that I'm willing to give away because it was so bad. But this one is getting donated somewhere because I didn't like it. I ain't like it at all. And if this your thing, no disrespect to you, but this ain't for me. The next book is a DNF. Going forward, all the next books I'm about to talk about, DNF books. And the next book is Life After Death by Sister Souljah. You guys, Sister Souljah is the one that got me into reading when I was in high school. Every girl in high school passed around that worn out the coldest winter ever book. It was so worn because it was in everybody's hands. We were sharing one book in high school. Everybody was reading it. We loved it. We ate the book up. This was over 2 decades ago. And she finally released a new novel. My husband bought me a Barnes & Noble gift card for this. I pre-ordered this. I was so excited to get this. I remember taking this on my trip to New Orleans, reading it because I did a train trip to New Orleans, opened it up on the train, thought I was about to get knee deep into a good little novel. It's part 2. My girl is coming back. We about to be talking about winter. Baby, she was dead. She was dead in this book. She was unalived in this book. She was talking from death. And I don't know why I didn't pick that up from the title. I think I was just blindsided because I was so excited that Sister Souljah was coming out with another book. But when I started reading, I was like, is she dead? Is she unalived? What's going on? She was a ghost in this book. I don't remember how far I got. It couldn't have been 100 pages in. And I give books 100 pages before I decide it's not for me. I give books 100 pages of my time before I decide it's not for me. Y'all, I put that bookmark in this book on that train and slid it right back into my tote bag. My friends was like, I thought you was reading. And I was like, I thought I was too. But this book was trash. The next book I DNF'd is a recent DNF by the same author. And it's the 3rd book to this coldest winter ever series, and that one is called Life After Midnight, I believe, which is kind of confusing because Midnight has his own series and then Winter has her own series. So this third book, we're like, what? But it's part of the Coldest Winter. It's the third book in the Coldest Winter Ever series. And by this time, I'm like, I'm not spending another coin on Sister Souljah. Sister Souljah is not getting another one of my dimes. She's not getting another penny. So what did I do? I went and requested it on NetGalley. Me and my friend went and requested it on NetGalley. And we was like, we're going to see how this book go. We're going to buddy read it. And we're going to see how it goes. Y'all. We DNF'd this book in the first chapter. And let me tell you why. Sister Souljah is stuck in her time. She will not evolve. It seems like she took the feedback we gave her about life after death and was like, oh, I'm about to fuck with them in this book. I'm about to fuck with them in this book. The same shit they complained about in Life After Death, I'm going to do it again in this book. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight Midnight and make them intrigued and spend their coins. But see, baby, you didn't get me. You didn't get me. I requested it on NetGalley. She still uses 90s slang, and that's a turn off for me. Like, the lingo today is so much different. And even if you didn't want to use slang, lingo, or anything, it's okay to just write. Just write. Just write. We don't need to slang. Her references was terrible. I'm going to put a little clip, a little picture right here. She was like, yeah, I paid for my drink and he got it to me in a jiffy. A jiffy? Yeah, baby, we're about to go on and DNF this book. I was literally sitting next to my husband reading a book and I started skimming the pages and I'm like, ain't no way she's writing like this. She will not evolve. And with me, I'm not asking the author to change their writing styles. I'm not asking them to change up every single thing and make it unauthentic for them. But with time, you have to evolve. Sister Souljah has not evolved. She's still stuck in the 90s thinking we want the 90s stuff. We really don't want the 90s stuff. We want the 2024 stuff. We really do, especially with our coins. We want some good stuff. And that wasn't it. I had to instantly DNF that book. So the last book I'm going to talk about in this video is Control by Omar Tyree. I didn't buy that one either. I thought about it because he did an author signing event here in Memphis. I thought long and hard about it. But what made me decide not to purchase his book was he was writing a whole entire new genre. He came from urban fiction, fly girl, to thriller. And I was like, I'm not sure if I want to spend my coin on that. So what we gonna do we gonna request the audiobook on Libby. So I'm listening to the audiobook. And it's a thriller. We get a whole bunch of characters introduced to us. The scenes, it's just, it was a mess. It was funny, but it was a mess altogether. He's another one that don't want to evolve. The slang, the terminology, he was using the PUSSY word. He was just still stuck in the 90s as well. And what really pissed me off about his book was he was heavy on marketing that book. You guys, if you had even mentioned him in a Instagram story, that man was in your stories promoting his books, in your inbox promoting the book. Mention him in your story on Instagram and watch how quick he goes into your inbox talking about some books. He was marketing the crap out of this book, and I just knew it was going to be good. It was not good. I DNF'd that book, I think 40% in, because I was just listening to it at work, so I probably got further than 100 pages, but it was trash. And I know a few people read the book, and I know some people enjoyed it, but it wasn't for me. It may be for you, but it wasn't for me, because I was looking for the Omar Tyree that wrote Fly Girl. And I knew we was not going to get the Omar Tyree that wrote Fly Girl, because Fly Girl was not a thriller. So I was very interested in seeing how he crossed genres and how well I thought he would do. But he did not. He didn't do well. It was trash. It was very much trash. So yeah, as y'all can see, I don't DNF many books. Like the coldest, this book was DNF the year it came out, and I think it came out in 21, 22. Now the other two that I mentioned, her third book, Omar Tyree's book, those were DNF this year. I also read this one this year and just gave it a terrible rating. And like I said, with me, I'm giving you 100 pages. I'm going to give you 100 pages of my time. If the book is terrible, I'm going to DNF the book. You won't hear about the book ever again. I'm not going to tell you about it unless you ask me about it. Hey, have you read this book? Yeah, it was trash. Long story short. And if I continue reading a trash book, it's literally because I want to see how it's going to end. I'm pretty sure I know I'm going to give it a low rating, but I just wanted to see how it's going to end. Let me know if you guys read any of these books by these authors. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about these books if you read any of these books. I know we all love Sister Soldier, but baby, she can't get another penny from me. I know Omar Tyree is trying to make a comeback, but he probably can't get another penny from me. And Penelope Douglas, girl, no, absolutely not. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Don't forget to give me your feedback in the comments. I was very hesitant on doing this video because I don't DNF a lot of books, but I did have a few that I wanted to talk about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, ta-ta.